This is the Philips GA212 I use for playing my 78s. There's something wrong with it. The left hand channel is packed up, so I'm going to take it apart to have a look inside. So I thought, well, if I'm taking it apart, I might as well do a little video while I'm at it. The turntable itself is a steel pressing, much the same as on a shitty BSR auto changer. However, it's been nicely done, properly machined around the edge. I won't be at all surprised if it doesn't balance out perfectly as well, even though there's obviously no sign of any balancing weights on it. Like most of this thing, it's well made but a bit lightweight. It weighs about 1 kilo. There's no sign of any play in the centre bearing. This bit is made of some sort of thermosetting plastic, so although it's plastic, it's rigid. The bit around the edge looks like it's made from the same material as the brake shoes in a car. And on the motor here we've got a little flywheel. We can see the 3 suspension springs. There's one there, and one there. And there's also a spring here pulling sideways, which presumably is supposed to counteract the effect of the tension of the belt. The motor isn't connected to the subchassis, but the pickup arm is. Right, it's time to turn it upside down. Those come out the back. Right, here we go. Lovely. I've just undone these 3 screws. They've got slotted heads, which is a bit of a surprise. Speaking of surprises, I shouldn't be too amazed by what I see in here, because I have taken it apart before, many years ago. Oh, they go through holes, not slots. Huh. Uh-oh, there go the screws. Now the cover is out of the way, let's have a look at the innards. You can see here where the mains cable goes in. That goes down to a switch at the front here. Here's the mains transformer, which powers all the electronics on this PCB here. Here's the motor. It's got 4 wires, so 2 of them will be the DC supply for the motor, and the other 2 will be the output from the tacho. This is the bottom of the pickup arm, so if I move the pickup arm we can see the photoelectric stop What's-it moving across. Here's the optical What's-it, and here's the bias compensator, very technical, a spring. This is the control for the queuing device. It's very good actually, because it means that when you move the queuing device, which is bolted to the case of the turntable, because there's a flexible cable, you don't wobble the tone arm. Very nice. Well, here's the reason I took it apart. The right hand channel had stopped working, and that turned out to be because this red wire had broken off of its solder pad on this little PCB. I've already soldered it back on, so it should be alright now. This is how I converted the turntable to run at 78 or 80 instead of 33 or 45. This is a circuit I downloaded from the internet. Here's the motor, there's the tacho, and we can see here the servo feedback loop. So all we've got to do is con the speed controller into thinking that the motor is running slower than it actually is, which we can do by increasing the value of this resistor. At the moment it's an 8.2k, but I found by a bit of experimentation that if I increase it to 28k, we can adjust the various pots here to get 78 and 80 RPM instead of 33 and 45. Well, I've removed the screws holding the PCB in, so let's see if I can show you the new resistor. It's R570. There he is there. Oh, it's actually two 56k resistors in parallel. So, if you want to do this modification, all you've got to do is take the original resistor out from here and put a 28k one in. You've also got to adjust these two pots. I notice this one is right at one end.
In Vladivostok, all girls are girls of great renown. In Vladivostok, down in the tavern in the town, she does the can-can like no one can. Can she dance? I'll say she can. In Vladivostok, oi, doi, 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 doi. In Vladivostok, oh, is the barmaid in the crown. In Vladivostok, that's where they drink their vodka down. The vulgar boatmen the whole night long sing a Russian song for Olga. In Vladivostok, doi, 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 doi.